Hello and welcome back to Maddie's Mirage Spur of the Moment. Tonight I've decided we're going to talk about spirit animals. Now, a spirit animal is a being, an ethereal being that inhabits the body of an animal to join you in your life, at least for a while, and will be there to watch over and protect you, much like a guardian angel in the body of an animal. Now, some people have claimed that their dog saved them from a fire, so they must be their spirit animal. And other people have said that their cat got them through a rough time, or that it was because they adopted a bird that they were able to survive a deep depression. Now, in my case, I was having a terrible go of it, and 2 years ago, I met a puppy, and I cannot tell you, but the look in his eyes and the way he made me feel, I just needed him. But I could never ask because puppies are so much work and so expensive. So, throughout the week, I hung out with him and played with him a little bit because we were going to adopt his little sister, the runt. And I tried not to create a bond with him, but it was so hard because he was so cute and so perfect and just so close to me. And then at the end of the week, we were told we were adopting 2 puppies and not just 1. And that is when I began to adopt this puppy into my life. And at the time, I was suffering the deepest part of my depression and at a low point in my self-esteem and at the point where I didn't believe that the earth needed me. But during 2 years, I created a bond with this dog. And when I'm sad and sick and unhappy, he comes and he cuddles with me and he plays with me and he brings me his toys so that we can play tug of war. I take him for walks, which has eased my depression. And all in all, these last 2 years, he's done so much for me as I've done for him. And he might be an anxiety dog, but because of my anxiety and panic attacks, he's just perfect for me. And my sister, she's had a cat with her since she was a baby, 3 or so. And this cat was a kitten. And the 2 of them grew up together. But this kitten grew up to allow her small child friend to play rough with her and to dress her up and be a little mean. And yet she still comes and loves her. And through so much hardship, this cat has done so much for her girl. And it was a point about 2 years ago that we thought that our 2 cats were going to pass on and go to the next plane, one might call heaven. So we adopted the puppies to ease the transition so that they would at least know who we were sad for. But it seemed that adopting the puppies rejuvenated the cats and gave them a reason to not get pounced on by a puppy dog. And now they're at a point where we think they're going to last another 5 to 8 years, which is really nice because no one wants to say goodbye. Not forever. And then, just this past year, her cat disappeared without a trace, stolen from us. And it became seen as a huge source of depression in her life. And a huge void was not to be filled. And during this time, we tried everything. But it was when her cat returned, as the cat came back, she was ecstatic again. And this cat now refuses to leave her side for more than the hours of school permit. The cat is always following her around and comforting her or someone else in the house. And even if she doesn't see her cat, that cat is watching from somewhere. The guardian angel to make sure that everything's okay. Now, spirit animals come in all shapes and sizes, and sometimes they last as little as a few hours to as many as a couple decades. But it's all the same bond that gets you through the darkest, hardest times. A spirit animal could be a friend from the past, a friend to your soul who remembers you and sees that you require assistance and decides, instead of to live their own next life, to come back as a spirit animal and help you, and to at least hope to cross paths with you. And when they do, they can show up and make everything so much better. A spirit animal can teach you so many new things you never thought were possible, things that you didn't expect yourself to be able to do. So, give them a chance. They might look a little weird. They might be a little funny. They might not be your forte or the animal of your choosing, but they are there to love you and help you out no matter what. I'm not a dog person, and yet my spirit guide is a canine. And I love him to death. And my sister is not a cat person, and yet her best friend is a cat. It's all in perception of the soul within rather than the fluffy fur of the outside. Now, spirit animals are just wonderful beings. So we have to treat them with care and kindness. And even when we're hurting, at least they can help us from it. So give them that chance, that they can better your life. Allow them a spot in your heart, because maybe they could fix you and make you your best self, even in the short time they stay in your life. Spirit animals are just perfect. Small, large beings meant to befriend, meant to save from all the dangers and perils of living a life as a human. Now, even if they were not sent by a god, or they are the angels in disguise, they are everything for us. They will get us through life's thickest and life's thinnest, through better or for worse, and sickness and health, just like the marriage vows. Because a partnership can be between any two individuals. So, thank you for listening tonight to Maddie's Mirage, Spur of the Moment. We'll see you tomorrow.